So welcome everyone. My name is Jessica Tompkins. I'm the COO of Literacy New Jersey, and I'm one of the people who planned this year's conference. We, of course, usually do this award ceremony over a luncheon, but I feel very grateful that we can still do it, that we can be together anyway. We have this way to do it, and there's so many of you who came in to join us. Because if there was ever a year where we should not skip the award ceremony, it's this year. We really need to take the opportunity to recognize some of the incredible volunteers and students and what they've accomplished in this past year, despite the pandemic. So we're going to keep today's program very simple. Elizabeth, our CEO, and I will give out the awards. I put the awards program in the chat. If you want to look at that, there's a write-up on each award recipient. And I added that to the session description in Whova if you're looking for that later. Those materials will be around for a little while. Before we do anything though, I really want to thank our conference planning committee. A bunch of them are here today, not everybody, but this group that plans the conference in a very short amount of time put together a really strong program, figured out how to make it virtual. I think it went really smoothly, and I think it was very strong and really successful, and the feedback has been really good. So I just want to say all their names. I don't know how you guys are viewing your screen, but maybe you guys can wave. Rebecca Powers, Barbara Bagger, Barbara Hathaway, Maria Paduano, Lauren Sargent, Julia Fadiva, Nicole Quinn, Melissa Bernstein. They all put a ton of work into planning this event on top of everything else they were doing. So we're just going to try something here. There's a lot of people on this call. I'm going to ask if everybody could unmute themselves if you can and give a round of applause to our planning committee. And let's see if we can make a little noise.
Yay.
What's for lunch?
So I think that's what we'll do when we give these awards. We made a little bit of noise together. I know it might be messy because there's a lot of people and now everyone has to remember to mute themselves again when they're not talking. But I think as we give out these awards, it would be nice to unmute and clap a little bit and make some noise for our award recipients too. So I'm going to turn it over to Elizabeth so she can also say hello, and she's going to start off our award ceremony.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Elizabeth Klugler, and I'm the CEO here at Literacy New Jersey. I want to welcome you all this morning. It's so amazing to see so many people on our awards show here at our first virtual conference. The thing I wanted to first say to everybody is that we always say that we have the best students, tutors, and staff. Well, just when we think you couldn't do any better, and just when we think that we have the best, you all turn around and become this killer online adult literacy machine in a nanosecond during a pandemic. And so I would like to thank you for being creative, for being flexible, for being resilient, and for being just the most amazing group of students, tutors, and staff that we could ever ask for. So a round of applause for all of you. Yay. I would also like to thank, so we were lucky enough for this conference. One of the reasons we're able to offer it for free is we were able to do some fundraising and get some great sponsors for this conference. So I did just want to recognize our sponsorship team, which consisted of our board president, Christine D'Agostino, another board member, Janelle Hutchinson, one of our wonderful volunteers, Michael Lontock, some of our staff, Jonna Evan and Melissa Bernstein. And we are so thankful that we were able to bring you this conference and have so much support. So a quick round of applause for our sponsorship team, everybody. Let's make some noise. Yay. Yay. So I am the lucky person this morning who gets to present our first award, which is our Harry Van Houten Award for Lifetime Achievement. And I have to say that this is a true honor for me today to give this award out to Francesca. To me, this award always epitomizes or embodies what it means to be a literacy volunteer. And if there's a person who embodies this, Francesca is that person. She's been a tutor. She's been a board member. She's been a program manager. And she has been a true champion for literacy for more than 20 years. Not only that, but the thing that's also so exciting about Francesca is nothing ever slows her down. She, not a pandemic, not any of the challenges that she has ever faced, because I'd like to say that Francesca will be celebrating her 100th birthday coming up in the new year. We are so, so thankful to you, Francesca, for all you have done for your students, for your community, and for literacy. So if everyone could put their hands together, and let's give a huge round of applause for Francesca.
Yay, Francesca.
Yeah.
Jessica, do you have an award for me?
Oh, there it is.
Yay. I am also so excited to be able to present the next award today, which is the Award for Volunteer Excellence. And it is my honor to present this award to Kathy England from Literacy Volunteers of Somerset County. And here's what I think is so exciting. Kathy has done so many amazing things and so many amazing things for Somerset County. But what I love is during the pandemic, when most of us were trying to figure out how to go to the grocery store, she was figuring out how to give our students a voice by creating a newsletter of their words, student writings. And the thing that is so amazing about this to me is that all of us as tutors, we work so hard to help our students accomplish their goals. But when we're really lucky and we do this really well, like Kathy does, we give our students the opportunity to find their voices, and we give our students the opportunity to share their voices, which was so important, especially during this time when it was so hard and there were so many challenges facing everybody, but also so many challenges facing our students. So before I turn it over to Kathy to say a few words, I just want to thank her. I want to thank you, Kathy, for helping our students to find their voices, but I also want to thank you for giving our students the opportunity to share their voices and share their stories. So I want everyone to unmute for a second and put their hands together and give a huge round of applause for Kathy England.
I think
Well, thank you so much. I have learned so much from the other wonderful volunteers that I work with, and from the great leadership of Amy Lamb and the support of Susan Engelstein. It's really been terrific. What I value most of all of this is working with my students. They're such wonderful people. I picture myself coming to a new country, far from my family, not comfortable with the language, and I would not do half as well as all of these people have done. I admire them so much, and I'm so proud of them. 2020 has been a crazy year, but the true bright spot in my year has been interacting with these students who truly have become my friends. And I see a bunch of my friends on this call today, and thank you very much for coming. And I've gotten so much out of this, I can't even begin to say. So thanks a lot.
Thank you, Kathy. I'll just, hold this up. We are going to give these awards actually to everyone the moment I have them, and we'll send them out.
Thank you.
All right, great. So I'm going to do the next couple of awards. It is my pleasure to get to present a 2021 Volunteer Excellence Award to Savina Sachs from Literacy Volunteers of Camden County. Savina's been a volunteer with the program for 15 years. She tutors math, reading, she takes basic literacy students, she takes ESL students, and Savina was one of the first to dive in and conquer distance learning during the pandemic and has been averaging 50 hours a month of tutoring time. So at LV Camden, they call her their full-time tutor. Savina is a trained educator, so she brings a lot of expertise to her tutoring sessions, but she's also always looking to improve, to try out new methods, new materials. She stays up to date, and she always checks in on the big picture to make sure instruction is relevant to students and that they're meeting their goals and getting what they need out of the program. Not only is Savina a very effective and clearly very dedicated tutor, she's also the president of Literacy Now, the fundraising organization for LV Camden. So she works to raise money to help all of the students in the program, not just her own students. So if you didn't want to steal her before, you'll try to steal her now, but LV Camden won't let you get away with it. She is a treasure of their program. One of the staff members there described her as a superstar, and then another one separately as a rock star. So that's clearly the word for Savina. She's a star. And in this really difficult year, she was very instrumental, jumping in to help wherever the program needed her most, filling in for tutors who weren't able to tutor online, figuring out how to work around student barriers. For example, finding strategies that could work with low beginner students to help them blossom. So Savina really came through for Camden when they needed her the most, and they're so grateful for her. And we're really proud to have her as a member of our network, and very honored to present her with this award. So Savina, this is for you. You guys want to unmute and give Savina a round of applause?
You're unmuted.
Yay, Savina.
Thank you, guys. Savina, you want to say a few words?
Yes.
Just talk.
Okay, I can just talk. Thank you. I want to thank everybody from the state, and I especially want to thank the staff at Literacy, Shamoli D, Victoria, and Charlotte, who worked diligently to help all of us. I can't tell you how many emails we receive that are very helpful and give the tutors something to think about. We can always learn something. One of the things, I don't know whether it came from the state or not, was this picture book that talked about the COVID vaccine and so forth. Yes, it was a picture book, but I used it with adult students, and I really felt that they learned, quite a bit from it and so forth. It was a great resource, and that's basically what we need. I am passionate about literacy. I have been for years. My daughter has a PhD in education, and I think I passed on my passion for literacy to her. She lives in Washington State. She lives in Seattle and works with adult students and so forth, students who want to go into education and so forth. And again, she is extremely passionate, and I'm extremely proud of her accomplishments. And this is something I enjoy doing. Right now, I have 9 or 10 students, at least an hour a week, sometimes more than that. And I get a great deal of pleasure of watching the students grow and change and be able to communicate, whether it's ESL, basic literacy, math. It's a combination and so forth. And we learn, or I find that I learn from my students as much as they're learning from me. It's a combination. It's also a team effort. We all work together, and it's the team that creates the growth that we begin to see. So thank you, everyone. I really appreciate this.
Thank you so much, Savina. So the next award I get to present is for Jim Jobst. Jim is, sorry, I lost my place. Okay, let me start that again. So the next award I get to present is to Jim Jobst. Jim is a very important tutor at Literacy New Jersey, Burlington, and has been for the past few years. He takes their beginner students and citizenship students. And he has been the kind of tutor who faithfully shows up and shows up early to prepare, and also brings a lot of laughter to his tutoring sessions, which Rebecca and Julia know in the office because he's been tutoring right there before the pandemic and in the midst of everything, which has been great. His beginner students move up and move on to success. They get their citizenship, they get their driver's licenses, jobs, one started a business. But Jim's journey to become an online tutor was a little different, and it gave me so much pleasure to hear about this from Rebecca, and I'm really glad I get to talk about what Jim did for us today. When the pandemic started and we went home, Jim had a pretty old computer. It didn't have a camera, so he used his phone to tutor. He figured out how to send YouTube links to his students so that they could watch videos, and then he would call each of them to work with them on the phone. And then by November, he'd invested in a new computer with a camera and also enlisted his nephew to teach him how to video chat. He took advantage of the digital drop-in lesson sessions that the program offered with Tech Pros, so that he could keep upgrading his skills and upgrading his skills until he was ready to go. And Jim is now teaching a group of 5 students on Zoom. So we're honoring Jim today for his dedication, for sticking with his students, even when he didn't have the tools yet to teach online. As Rebecca said about him, Jim began with what he knew and he built from there. So Jim really reminds us all of what it means to be a lifelong learner. We're really lucky to have him as a tutor in our organization, and I'm very proud to present him with this award today. Please unmute and make some noise for Jim.
Hold on,
Thank
hold on.
Thank you.
Yay.
The best husband too.
Just the testimonial. Thank you very much. Thank you. I want to thank Literacy New Jersey, especially Rebecca Powers and Julia, for their great help with me and being understanding as far as being somebody who is not computer savvy. And I missed the classroom so much. And I enjoyed having not taught for many, many, many years, about 30 years. I came into this program. I went to the public library, the Burlington County Library, and they had a volunteers day. And I thought, oh, okay, I had just retired. And I thought, well, this is something I could maybe, do some good for somebody. And then I saw there were several tables there, and quite a few people, walking around to different tables and finding out what they had to offer. And then I saw this table, Literacy New Jersey. Never heard of it. I didn't know what this was. And I talked with Rebecca, and I thought, boy, this really sounds interesting. This is something that, I hadn't taught for many years, but I thought this is something I want to get back into, because I know that we have all talked about it and thought about it, how difficult it is, and sometimes more difficult than before, how it is to be somebody who doesn't speak the language or very little of the language, to go to another country, maybe for political reasons or for other reasons, to live, not to visit, not a vacation, but actually to go there to live with their family. Most of them come with family, or they come by themselves. And to have an organization like this, and to find out that you have organizations like this in quite a few states. I don't know how many states have literacy programs such as New Jersey has, but I thought, this is really great. This is right up my alley. And when the COVID came along, I thought, boy, I don't know how I'm going to do this. And I didn't have a camera and I didn't know Zoom. I thought, what is Zoom? I have never even heard of Zoom, you know? And then, so I was dealing with, I had students that I had in class, and two of them really, they stuck with me. You know how difficult it is to talk over the phone and conduct lessons. They didn't see me, I didn't see them, and they really hung in there for me. And then I was able to talk to my friends, talk to my nephews, talk to my niece, and what is this Zoom and what do I do? And I'm very glad I've stuck with it. And now it's great to have a class. I'm hoping, of course, just like we all do, that we can go back in the classroom. But I think we've accomplished a lot, adapted a lot, and thank you for the organization to be able to keep up with our students and let them know that we're still here for them, even though we have COVID, and we'll be there again when we can go back in the classroom. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure to be with an organization like this.
All right, so congratulations to all the volunteers, and thank you for everything that you guys have done for us. We're in the best possible company during this pandemic because of all of these volunteers and students. I am going to turn it back over to Elizabeth to give our student awards now.
So I am so excited and honored to be able to give out these next two awards to two of our amazing, amazing students. The first award that I'm giving out today is an award for student excellence to Lemlem Woldegray, who is a student at Literacy New Jersey, Mercer. And the words that I think of when I think of Lemlem is, I can do it. I'm going to go to a brand new country from my home in Ethiopia. I can do it. I have to support my family during this pandemic, even though there's a pandemic, working full time. I can do it. I need to get improve my skills. So I'm going to go for a Microsoft Word certification. I can do it. I can advance in my job. They have a program I can try to be in their pharmacy department in an internship. I can do it. Everything that Lemlem faces, she says, I can do it. And so because of that, we are so, so proud of you, Lemlem, for all you have achieved. But what we also want to say to you is that the world is yours because you can do anything. So I want everyone to unmute for a second and put their hands together with really loud noise for our Student Excellence Award. Yay!
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Lemlem, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, I need to say a few words. Thank you, all of you. First, good morning. I need to say something about me and about the Literacy New Jersey. When I came here, even though I have 2 degrees, one in secretarial science, I wasn't confident to find for a job, a job in my professional because of the language barrier. So after I start Literacy New Jersey, I have full confidence, at least to find my job. As you hear, still now I'm not full confident, but now I'm good. My tutors can say about my change. When I came here, I have a lot of trouble to talk and to understand what people say, but now I have full confidence. Thank you for all Literacy New Jersey members and all tutors. This award is not my award, it is your job. That's what you have done to me. Thank you. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Spenta. I know some tutors, they are not only teach us language, they teach us social life, how to be a good person. They all are punctual, on time. We learn more things except additional language. Now I have a class with Julie. We have 2 hours class per week, but we can call her 24/7 if we need help. She's all the time, her phone is, everything is open for us. So she's not only my teacher, she's my life coach. Thank you so much. The special thing is we can pay anything for you. For people who came to this country, we have many problems. We can pay for school. We got this service. We all got this service without pay anything. So thank you so much. You are all gifted. You are not only teachers, you are a life coach for us. I would like to say thank you. I need to say for people who came here for the first time, before they start job, before they start working, they should join Literacy New Jersey first to get language skill and everything. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, all of you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
One more round of applause for Lemon. Hooray. And now I'm so excited to give out our second award for Student Excellence to Richard Hernandez of Literacy New Jersey Union. Round of applause. I see there's a Union fan club here. Hooray. The words that I wanted to say that I think of when I learned more about Richard was, Richard never gives up. Okay, I don't have my high school diploma yet, but I'm never going to give up. Okay, Literacy New Jersey is only online and I got to figure that out, but I am never going to give up. Okay, the testing centers aren't open right now because there's a pandemic, but Richard says, I am never going to give up. And because of that, I am so proud to say that Richard now has his high school diploma. Round of applause, everybody. And that's exactly it. And that's exactly what his tutors say about him. He never gives up. He's a go-getter and he goes out there and gets what he wants. And here's what I want to say to you, Richard. We are so proud of you and the world is yours because you never give up. You can do anything. Let's put our hands together and cheer for Richard and then let him say the word. The floor is yours, Richard.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the kind words. I really appreciate it very much. I just wanted to say, thank you for this award. It means a lot to me. It's such a great honor. And I'd like to thank everyone here at Literacy New Jersey, especially Anissa, Barbara, Peggy, Vivian, Saito, all my tutors. They helped me through, when I was just starting, I'm like, oh, I haven't been to school in a bit, so, let me restart it from the from the ground and work my way up, like you said. And, it was a difficult journey, but, I got through it. I never, stopped. I kept pushing and pushing, and my tutors, they pushed me, to work hard, in a positive way. And, I really appreciate it. And, I'd like to thank my family, my wonderful family and my friends who supported me through all of this. And, and giving me a second chance at getting able to my high school diploma, because I was never able to get it around my teenage years because, like a lot of personal stuff happens and, sometimes you can't get things done and, it's one hurdle, but, the obstacle, will be eventually surpassed, in the long run. So, and my words, to whoever is considering, whoever feels like, oh, they can't get this done, I feel like maybe I'll leave it till tomorrow or, for the next month, it keeps accumulating. I would say, if you're going to go for it, do Literacy New Jersey. It will help you a lot. Trust me. By joining this program will be the first positive step you take by making your future brighter, like it did for me. So thank you very much. Thank you to you all.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Richard. Thank you to everyone. I'm going to pass it over to Jessica.
All right, congratulations to our students. I will mail your awards to you.
Thank you.
I have way too many to keep for myself here. It's kind of fun though to be Vanna for a day. So, all right, so the last award we're gonna do is the Literacy Innovations Award. And this is something a little different than what we've ever done before. Sort of in the place of our Outstanding Affiliate Award that we often give. Because in this past year, every single program did not just one outstanding thing, but every single thing our programs did this past year was outstanding. One innovation and incredible innovation after another. Because our literacy programs had to reinvent every single aspect of what they did in order to make distance learning work for our students. So that's about instruction, but it's also about testing and intake. It's about tutor training, getting materials to students, using new software, all of these things. And then most importantly, to make all of that work, our program leaders had to figure out how to keep everyone engaged and connected, how to still have gatherings and have events and communicate with each other, even though everything was online, so that we could keep our learning communities together. So in the beginning of the pandemic, I kept quoting Alice in Wonderland saying, I believed at least 6 impossible things before breakfast, because every single day I saw something that I had thought was impossible happen in front of my eyes. And I've really just continued to be in awe every single day this year of our staff and the volunteers that have made so many amazing programs happen despite doing it in the midst of a pandemic. So this is a shared award. We have 24 programs in our network. We had 13 of them document something innovative that they did, just one of the many things. So there is an actual award, which I will kind of show you. It's crooked, but I'll fix it. And those will go out to those programs. But instead of presenting them and talking about each one, I'm going to show you a compilation of video clips that our program submitted. And I'll also share these links with you all. They're on our YouTube channel. And I do want to let you know that there is a longer version of this video. So not everything made it into this short video, but just for today, I wanted to show you something that's about 5 minutes long. So let's see if we can make all the things work so I can show this to you.
I've been tutoring for LV Mercer for about 14 years, but this past year has all been on Zoom.
It was a little difficult to transfer what I was doing from working in a library with a nice chalkboard and everything like that. It's been kind of weird and whatever, but it's been a year now, and I'm feeling pretty comfortable. I'm very comfortable with the students, and they definitely ask me a lot of questions, which means that they're doing very nicely.
And with the transition to virtual, I think we worked out everything, and it has very much been worth the effort. It would have been sad if we had to stop teaching during the pandemic.
Some of the new things that we've done with the constraints of having to tutor remotely is we've brought our whole new tutor training to an online format. We've also introduced some online tutor roundtable discussions where we've gotten together to speak about grammar or just how's it going. We've also done some tutor roundtable discussions on tutors' technology tips and tricks. And one of the things we're most proud of is an online program that we've created for our very beginning level students.
I'm here in the parking lot of our Bridgewater office, where I will be meeting with our program manager and 2 volunteers who are going to be teaching a beginner ESL class online starting in a few days.
We got names of students from the libraries who were interested, and then we set up Zoom assessments. I had Adriana help me. She's fluent in Spanish. So we assessed all the students. We made sure that they were beginners. We made sure that they could get on Zoom. and that they were really committed to meeting for 10 weeks on Saturday morning.
I sent you a copy of your story. Did you get a copy of that? All right, let me pull that up on the screen here. I'm going to share my screen, and you should be able to see that in a second here.
While we quickly learned to Zoom with our colleagues, the bigger challenge became figuring out how to serve clients who were accustomed to meeting with their tutors in person to work on their literacy skills. We felt our most critical service during a pandemic was to maintain a connection with our students who might need us to help them find more life-sustaining resources. Even if they couldn't work on literacy skills, our volunteers could still be a valuable resource for their clients who might be struggling to find the help they needed. We expect to keep online classes on our class menu permanently.
Good morning and hello. This is our great class. Say hi, everybody. Hello. Hello. And good morning. And yes, it's been a very difficult year, but at least with Zoom, folks can get to class a little more easily, and sometimes we even have their wonderful families involved, their children or spouses join in. So everybody keep safe and get that vaccine. See you soon. Bye.
My student Maria and I have been together since September of 2019. So when the library closed because of the pandemic, I was concerned. I didn't have a computer and neither did Maria. I didn't even have a smartphone. But pandemic or not, I wasn't about to lose the wonderful connection and rhythm we had with each other. So I wrote letters to her. I told her of my days and asked her questions she would have to answer thoughtfully, not just yes or no. She wrote me back. I helped her with the letters she wrote, sent them back, and wrote another letter with more questions. All of this using the U.S. Postal Service.
My favorite thing about Literacy New Jersey's volunteers is how creative they are in teaching English language learners. And I think that's especially true this year with teaching through and tutoring through Zoom.
I enjoy the fact that I'm helping them be more successful at their jobs.
What I like most about working as a volunteer is seeing the light bulb go off for people, seeing that I taught them something and they can now use that. As long as I can help, that makes me happy, and that's what I want to do.
What would it mean if I told you that you were dressed to the nines? This man is extravagantly dressed. This man is dressed to the nines.
This year, literacy volunteers of Pascack Valley started an online culture club. In this club, we invite students and tutors to share information about their country of origin. The presenter discusses the country's culture, people, geography, and holidays. We hope this online program continues even after we resume in person.
During the pandemic, our situation has been hard in all areas. We have tried to help everyone despite the circumstances. We want the students to succeed, and we have given all our efforts to help them and allow them to study.
We are so grateful for all the hard work that everyone's done this year.
As a literacy organization, we have grown with the challenges we faced and feel much better prepared to serve our clients going forward.
Let's just do a round of applause for everyone one more time. Congratulations on doing 6,000 impossible things before breakfast this year. It's just incredible what you've done. So thank you for all that you do. Elizabeth, do you want to add anything?
I was just going to say, what an amazing, we are so lucky to work with such an amazing team of people all over this state, every corner of this state. So thank you for being fantastic.
All right. Does anyone have anything they want to say or add?
Thank you very much.
All right. If not, it is an extremely important tradition at Literacy New Jersey that we end with door prizes. So if you have to go now, thank you so much for being here and joining us. If anyone wants to stick around, you can be our witnesses as we pull some final door prizes for the conference.
Very nice.
Savina.
I wish you all good luck also. Door prize, good luck.
I learned this from Union County, I think, first, the Wheel of Names. So this first door prize is everybody who was in the conference on Friday. So we drew door prizes from Wednesday's participants, Thursdays. Now these are Fridays. Then we have two $50 gift cards. Those are the prizes, like digital gift cards. Oh.
Come on, yellow.
Yeah.
Yay.
Funny.
I don't know. You guys probably didn't hear the sound on that, did you?
A little, yes.
A little, okay. Okay, one more spin.
Good luck, everyone.
Is Lily here? I heard it.
Yes.
Oh, nice, perfect. Okay. All right, and then I just have two more to do quickly. We had a presentation from New Readers Press from Valencia, and she gave us a set of core skills pre-HSE books to raffle off. So we're gonna raffle those off to everyone who participated in her workshop. Oh, that
was a close one.
That was really close. They built up the tension there.
Wow.
Okay.
Great job, Helen. Hooray.
Just one more. We have a couple of copies of Ruth Colvin's memoir. She's founder of LVA. And so I'm going to raffle these off to our program leaders who participated in the conference. This woman has the most inspiring life in literacy that you can imagine. And I haven't read it yet, but I think it's
And she's the person who decided, I see that there's people in my community who need help, and I see people who know how to do some of these things. Let me see if I can put them together. And so all those years ago, and now here's all the magic. So.
Okay, here comes, wait, I'm not showing this to you. Okay, I'm gonna spin 3 times for this one. Francesca. All right, I don't know if Francesca's here, but Francesca is our new director at the Bergen. I mean, the Bergen. Okay. What? All right, we're calling that Laura. What was that? How come the wheel has blank spots? Okay. Okay, one more time.
My name to it.
Stop.
Oh, congratulations, Maureen.
Thank you.
All right, thank you guys. Thank you all so much for being here for the awards today. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you.
Congratulations, everyone. Thank you. That was great.
Nice. Congratulations, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the conference. One more class, couple more classes. Yay, Team Richard.
Nice to see everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great seeing you all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Great job, Lem Lem. Great job,